All right, folks, we are going to install CatchyOS the proper way, to where we have a rollback system in place. So if you have a bad package install or you have a bad kernel update and your system doesn't boot, you'll be able to roll it back. So you're going to have a couple of different install options that are different from mine because I'm doing this in a virtual machine instead of on bare metal on a computer. And I'll point those out when we get to it. This part right here, if you're not familiar with virtual machines, I'm just setting up some basic stuff. You don't need to be concerned with it. It's just very basic virtual machine stuff, telling it where my ISO install file is, how much RAM we're going to give it, and how many CPUs. And let's give it 128 gigs of hard drive space. Doesn't really matter what we call it, because this is just a test system. All right, let me get this resized a little bit so it's easier for y'all to view. Okay, here we go. Just take the default boot option. All right, now we're at the CatchyOS installation screen. Captain Obvious, right? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to launch the installer. And here is where the virtual machine and a bare metal computer, or just a computer that's not a virtual machine, is going to have slightly different installation options. You're going to see several different items here because your hardware, your motherboard, is going to report back to the software and give it more options. Virtual machine, you're only going to get 2 install options. With that out of the way, what we want to do is we want the bootloader to be Lemine, or Lemine, however you want to pronounce that. We want that as our bootloader. And let's wait for the next screen to pop up. Choose your language, choose your time zone, choose your keyboard. For mine, I'm going to be erasing the disk. And more than likely, if you're not dual booting your system, if you're just running your system with one hard drive, you're going to want to erase the entire disk. Now, the next option that is very important is to have BTRFS as your file system. It's BTRFS or ButterFS is how different people pronounce it. So you want the Lemine bootloader with BTRFS or ButterFS. We'll go ahead and hit next. That's going to give us the rollback feature. That's the 2 key things that give us the rollback feature, is having the Lemine bootloader with BTRFS. They integrate together. This next part is just personal preference. I like GNOME. I'm a GNOME guy. I like that. But they've got every single different desktop environment. So if you want to try all of these, you can try every single flavor and find one that fits best with you. That's not really what this video is about. So we're going to go with GNOME. Right here, I do want to point out CatchyOS defaults to the fish shell. Most people are used to bash. So like if you're new to Linux and you're looking for commands to run in the terminal, most people are going to give you a bash command. Most of that works with fish. I prefer the fish terminal. But some people like the bash terminal. Some people like the ZSH terminal. I'm gonna uncheck this box because I just want the fish shell. I want the fish terminal. So that is something new to the CatchyOS installation. It normally will just default to fish and install ZSH. But if you don't want ZSH installed, you just uncheck it. But fish is going to be the default terminal interface. And I like that because when you start typing commands, you can tab to complete and it'll give you command suggestions as well. There's nothing really else on this list of installation options that you need to concern yourself with, other than if you want printing support, installed. If you're doing this on your desktop computer and this is your daily driver and you have a printer, definitely check that box for printing support. But since this is my virtual machine, I'm going to skip that. We're just going to call this test. We're going to have our super secure password as test123 because this thing's going to get deleted, so it doesn't matter. And we're going to go ahead and start the installation process. And I'll speed this part up in the video, and we'll get back with you. Your rollback features are already enabled. However, there's one more thing you want to do to set things up. That's going to be installing the CatchyOS gaming package. That just installs Steam, Lutris, I think maybe the Heroic launcher. It just kind of gets everything ready for you so you don't have to screw around with each individual package. I've got that command right here. I'm going to put that in the description of the video. This is on the CatchyOS Wiki, but this is their gaming meta installation package. And I'm going to speed this part up because I believe the download is around 3 gigs. For your options here, it is going to be different for each individual use case. You're going to need to know what your video card is. If you're AMD, let me read through these. If you're AMD, you more than likely want option number 7. It really depends on if you want, if you're going to be streaming or whatever. I would refer to the wiki because everybody's got different hardware. For me, and this is a virtual machine, I'm going to say option number 7 with Vulkan Radeon drivers. But each individual person will have their own requirements because I have no idea what your hardware is. Refer to the wiki if you have questions on that. More than likely, if you're going to be an AMD graphics card, I would choose option number 7. And let me see these default. I am going to say option number 1. That's the default. And this is, it looks like just over 4 gigs. So yeah, we're going to install that. And I'm going to fast forward this part. All right, that actually installed really quick. After that, we're going to want to do a sudo reboot now. And that'll reboot our system. But let me show a feature before we reboot. If you've never used the fish terminal before, that's what I like about it. You start typing a command, and it's going to start giving options of your last command. So if I wanted to rerun my last command or whatever, it's going to start giving suggestions. But okay, we'll go ahead and reboot now. Okay, so what I want to point out is the Lamine bootloader is after you install a package or a kernel update, it's going to give you a snapshot, and it does this automatically. And this is what's really badass about CatchyOS set up this way. So if we needed to roll back before we installed this package, say something went wrong with the package installation, we could roll back to it, just hit enter right here, and that would roll back. If we went back to the very first installation, that would be our very default, like we just installed the operating system. And all you have to do is hit enter on where you want to roll back to, the date and time, and it's that simple. I'm not going to roll it back because we don't need to. We'll go ahead and boot in, and I'll show you what that meta package was. And there's one more package if you want to install, I believe, the Heroic and the game scope and all that extra overlay. So the package we installed is going to be, it's going to be the Steam client and the Wine Tricks. That'll get you up and going with Steam. There is one other one that they have on their wiki under the tab Tools and Stores. This is GameScope, G Overlay, Heroic Launcher, the Lutris, Mango HUD, Steam. Steam's already installed, but that goes along with your meta packages. And this is just if you don't want to fuss with installing things separately. I installed all mine separately because there's a certain way I like to do my own config. But for anyone that just wants to get up and running, super duper fast, super easy, go ahead and install these applications. We'll just take the defaults here and hit yes. It's going to install all these packages. And also, whenever you run these commands, again, it takes a snapshot. So we'll have a new snapshot if we were to need to reboot. I don't believe we need to reboot on this one, though. Let's see what it installed. It should have installed what was on the list. Yeah, we got our Heroic Games Launcher, Lutris, and the Mango HUD and all that stuff. Let's see. Okay, there's G overlays with Mango HUD. So, all right. Yeah, so it installed everything. So that's everything you need to get up and running on CatchyOS. One further thing that I did, this would require a large removable flash drive, a removable hard drive, a home server, or a NAS, somewhere to back up off of this computer. If you're going to back up your home desktop, like the whole thing, there is another piece of software that I use called Pika Backup. Pika Backup right here. And this is super simple. I set mine to run on Sundays. After it does its initial backup, it does incremental backups. So each backup goes a little bit faster. Okay, and the Pika Backup software is installed. We're going to run through just a quick scenario of a backup. Normally, you would have a large flash drive, a USB flash drive, or a large USB external hard drive, a NAS, or a home server to back up to. Since this is a virtual machine, don't follow what I'm showing you here for your exact backup. You would want to locate your external removable hard drive or your NAS or your server. For this instance, we're just going to say I'm backing up to my virtual hard drive right here. Normally, I personally would encrypt with a password. This is a virtual machine that we're going to be destroying, so I just am going to say unencrypted. And the default is going to grab your home folder. And that is, like it says, all your personal data. So all your configs, all your video games that you installed, anything that you did to personalize your computer to yourself. So you've got the Lamine bootloader to fall back on if you have a bad kernel update or a bad software/package installation. If you had your hard drive break on you or there was some kind of corruption any other way, you would then have a secondary backup, the Pika Backup, to fall back on. So you've got multiple layers of safety. As far as the schedule goes, you can set up to do... I do mine on a weekly backup, and I like to do mine on a Sunday because there's not usually a lot going on. All that means is that if your computer is turned on Sunday, this will try to run when it first boots. If you miss Sunday, I think it is going to wait to the next Sunday. I don't know, it might do it if say you booted up Monday and you skipped your backup on Sunday, it might figure that out. I haven't tried it like that. I'm in the habit of booting my computer up on Sunday and letting it back up. After the first initial backup goes, is much, much faster on the second, third, fourth backups, depending on how much extra you've installed in between those. But anyways, this will back up everything. With that being said, I may do a separate video all about backups and local backups, but for this, I'll go ahead and just link a couple of different removable USB thumb drives that are extremely fast and large capacity, and I'll link an external hard drive and maybe a NAS. That way you'll have some options to look at. There'll be Amazon affiliate links in the description below, and you can kind of compare different things that would fit your personal needs. So with that being said, that's it for this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.